above all else, especially at my age when you're not really overly focused on contracts, which I don't really think you should be at my age. I mean, if you can win, winning is by far the most important thing. That's where you're going to get the most money from. If you want to mainly just be in it for money, that's where you're going to get most of your money from. For me, it's nice because I do still have support from whatever company that I do shoot for. But they also know that I'm not signed with them, and I still am going to have the ability to shoot what I think I have the best chance of winning with. Because if I started and signed right off the bat with a company that I didn't really shoot the best with, then I can't win. And if I'm not winning, there's no point in somebody wanting to sign me later. So right now, because I'm going to sign at some point.
Right.
I can't avoid that, and I don't want to at all. But I want to be able to build up enough of a resume, which I feel that I am and have, to be able to want people, or for people to want to sign me.
Right.
I mean, I've shot my Invictus for years, and I've loved those bows. I shot a PSC Super X last year, shot that really well for indoor stuff. And then everybody was doing really well with the Matthews, so I was able to get my hands on one of those. And I shot that pretty well last year. No really big complaints about that. And then the new Hoyt came out, and I've always been a Hoyt fan. I've shot one since my very first, I had a Hoyt Ignite. That was like my first kind of target bow, and then I got a Pro Comp X, and I had two of those and competed with those for years.
Right.
And I've always been a big fan of the Hoyt platform, especially with the people that work there. I have good relationships with them, and I got my hands on one of those, and I've been liking the new Hoyt Concept X. I think it's a great bow, and I shot it well last weekend. There's still some stuff I'd like to tweak on it, but
we're going to get to that for sure.
Yeah. And but so many people focus on contracts when, if you don't win, you're not going to get a contract in a couple years. Like if you win one tournament and then a bow company offers you a good contract and you jump in with that bow company, but you don't shoot it as well, you're not going to get a contract after that.
Well, especially
yeah. I'm looking for the longevity in the sport. So I want to be able to build up my recognition first, and then I can focus on contracts after that. Because you can't win forever. You can't always be at the top of things. That's just a given.
Right.
You can't avoid that. You can't just win until you're dead.
Right.
You can do okay here and there, but if you can build up a good enough reputation to where you don't even need to win anymore, it's just a matter of having your face on a brand. And I want to be able to get to that point as well, to where I almost don't even have to win.
Right.
Of course it's good, it helps, but I can't win forever, and I know that. Mm-hmm. So right now I'm trying to squeeze in as many wins as I can for as long as I can. I'm going to keep that going for as long as I can, but I also want to be able to have value outside of just being able to win. I have one more thing on that I want to real quick.
Go ahead.
So I've had people ask me on contract and stuff like, hey, I think I can get a lot better contract from these people than I can this company. I'm like, well, if you win 3 more tournaments with that one, is that 10 grand really going to matter that you got guaranteed if you can't win later with the bow? If you can win another 50 grand with one bow, but you can get another 10 grand on a contract with another company, I'd rather have the 50 grand of winnings, because one, that adds to my value, but it also adds to my checkbook at the end of it.